Why I put your freaking cat tower next to my computer, I'll never know, but I've lived to almost regret it. It's coming. Give it a second. We'll go back to the SK in a bit. I know now my stream is lying. Because it's, you go behind the monitor. You sit down, you be a good cat. But then, you know, that dives into cat philosophy. What is a good cat supposed to do? Cats do stuff on their own kind. Right? Something like that. Anyway. What was I talking about again? Communication. So we're heart and we're mind. We are creatures of reason. If you abandon one and go toward the other, so let's say we abandon our reason and we go toward heart. Some of the worst decisions in your life will be made when you're in the throes of emotion. Right? Anger, rage, lust, addiction. These things hold your heart and they bind you. If you go the opposite direction, if you go pure reason, then that's how you make concentration camps. People are valued by what they are. Sorry, by what they do, or their heritage, or their skin color. That kind of thing. We're going to see how many times we can move Monsoon, because it's probably going to be one. But we're still going to try. Anyway. Don't worry. If you guys are just joining us, I saw a couple people jumped in here. I'll be going back to SK in a minute. They're having an update. Probably just like another cosmetic thing. This is what we do during the interim period. That's a good start. So we need to be both. So when you say you can't understand each other, when you posit that absolute, saying there are no absolutes, there is no meaning to language, even though language, by definition, gives meaning. You know, gives experience. This is why it's hard for pure atheistic philosophers, I'm not even kidding, if you actually go down the scholarly level of atheism, it's hard for them to even justify language has meaning. But you take the reason out of our reason plus heart equals human being kind of person. Right? And then you have no choice but to react emotionally because you believe the other side is also like you and has never been an emotional response. So the friends I've almost lost, one I did definitely lose and will not talk to me ever again. And the one I'm about to lose, I want him to reach, if I reach out to him and demand he comes and talks to me face to face, it doesn't work like that. I'm trying to be as respectful as possible, and I hope he eventually sits down with me, because the worst thing you can do is have a discussion with these things online, where you have zero accountability, and you hear whatever tone of voice you want to. But the biggest emotional responses I get are from people who believe in absolute subjectivity, which means you can never know. The pure agnostic belief. Dude, this is like 3 rare chests. This could be the one. We could be Neo. Oh, one more coin. The punk. I mean, they're rare, but they're not that good. It's okay. Okay. So that was basically my take on subjectivity versus objectivity. Subjective versus objective truth. So that's actually, I can pause this game because I'm only doing single player. Where's my pen? Cat, did you take that too? Oh yeah, you did knock it on the floor. Good job. You had a 3 for 1. So you stay there. Freaking a cat came out and just tape it to your head, so everyone else can see the pain I live with in my American life. So we went toward secularism. I want to make sure I just don't repeat myself. Oh! So we got Pantheism, we have Buddhism, we have Jehovah's Witnesses, I got Catholicism. We can talk about love. Love is really good. And all this stuff is stuff I've spent literally like months of my life thrown into, because it's good stuff and it's worthy of. But yeah, there's perspective truth, right? Like and it's usually the exceptions. Color blindness, right? That looks great to me, but it's still blue. It's still, if you look at the light reflections, what it absorbs and what it reflects, the wavelengths, you dive down to it, it is what people would call blue by normal sight. You know, death is still death. It happens to everybody. We all are on this mortal coil. You can't say it doesn't happen to everybody, because it does. Only one person has gotten through that. And he had to die just to do that. eternal life, you know, talking about Christ. We talk about Jesus, the authenticity of the Bible. I kind of already touched on that one, so I don't want to go back into that one. But, so, one thing that I really like C.S. Lewis. This guy, just so you know, part of the C.S. Lewis Fellows Program, wow, it's down here. I'm going to go back up then. Part of the C.S. Lewis Fellows Program, which I'm a part of, is that it combines heart and mind. C.S. Lewis himself, very brilliant dude. What he did, I read his autobiography, Surprised by Joy. His is a pure philosophical way of how he became a Christian. I went over that a little bit, kicking and screaming into the kingdom, right? But we need to go up. And then over there. Okay, sweet. Subjectivity. The statement is there's no such thing as absolute truth. It contradicts itself. Yeah, the truth is exclusive. One of the reasons I have more respect for the Islamic faith than I do for like Buddhism. The Pantheism. Is Pantheism will say it can be both this and this. The both and a form of logic. You know, it can be black and white. You know, it's not reality. The whole karmic system is something we could talk about. And it's philosophy, right? Yeah, but it's just philosophy. It's talk, but it's actually it's not, because philosophy deals with truth and deals with reality. If you have a worldview that contradicts itself, you will not be consistent, and that will lead to insanity. You lead to not valuing human life, because if you can rationalize your way to things being okay because you think they are, that's when anything is okay. And this is when it says in like the book of Judges, there was no king in Israel, and everybody did what was right in their own time. There was a point in our history where God actually looked at mankind and said, I am so sad that I made humanity. And he literally was crying on the earth because people were just the most horrible they have ever been in their lives. And this was during the time of Noah. So when you think of Noah, like the 2x2, the ark kind of deal, right? Animals coming 2x2, 2x2. My daughter sings this song, right? So they paint cute little pictures. There's some more over here. We're going to be more than... I wanted to be out of here by 7 minutes. That probably won't happen. So it's a cute little thing. But what they don't really show, the animals in the 2x2 in the ark, is the millions of people that were killed. Because God looked at history, and he looked at people, and he said, there is no coming back. And in the end times, it says that it will be just like the times of Noah. People will be married and giving into marriage. Everybody will be doing what is right in their own eyes. You can rationalize your way into everything. But C.S. Lewis I really like because he sought like the essence, and he sought imagination. This guy read every single piece of literature that known to man that he could find that was in the 16th century. Every single piece. All right, that's saying one thing. That's a lot of books. He had thousands of books. The other thing about this guy, the reason I really take a lot of what he says seriously is because he said he had a fatally fluent memory. And what he did was he took a bunch of his friends. He took them to his library. He's like, pick a book. They're like, okay. Pick a paragraph. He's like, all right, start reading. And they would start reading the paragraph and he would finish it. Every single book. Like his memory, for some reason, like he couldn't do algebra. So Lord knows what was going on in that equation, literally. But he can conceptualize so much. And a guy like that saying that there's no way Christianity can't be the only way, to me, that says a lot. As far as worldview goes, I don't know what we're going to do against this guy. We'll find out here. He's kind of close to the wall. I wish he was kind of out in the open space, but I can still duck over here, so I think we're okay. Just got to watch out for things hitting us in the back, like these guys. Is there two of them? No. He just... Wow. Unless he just really moved very quickly. There might be two of them. There shouldn't be two of them. But there might be two of them. Yeah, dude, he's got some movement speed. Some MSI, dare I say. Dare I cross the games. We got a little thing we can hide behind here. This is ideal. We'll take some splash damage, but I think we'll be okay. Excuse me. Now you just... Now I'm scared. Alright, now I gotta run. So he's doing his attack. And we gotta go. He's gonna explode here in a minute. Let's get some health back. Okay. Sorry, the bot... Dude, every time. Stop hitting me in the back. Nobody likes that. Fear from the rear. It's wrong at so many levels. So let's go about the karmic system, right? Pantheism. What is pantheism? Well, pantheism really ascribes to like the whole karmic system, the reincarnation type thing. You got So like you die, every birth is a rebirth, and you'll eventually pay. It's about the concept of payment. Every single religion, with the exception of Christianity, is a payment religion. You work for what you get, specifically like the Jehovah's Witnesses. Even the Islamic faith will say your good works must outweigh your bad works. You can never really know. It's the will of Allah. And there's so many stories in the like Hadith and stuff like that that talk about this. God changes reality just to make sure a person he wanted to go into heaven goes into heaven. Like a lot of that makes no sense. And so when you think about that, it also drives you to insanity because you can never be sure of your own salvation. I hope we're safe here. Beautiful. So a Hinduist will tell you we did it. Will tell you their philosophy is built on the laws of love, and that sounds great, right? You gotta love one another. I don't think there's anything else left in here. Let's move on. And that's all well and good. When you look at their caste system, where there are literally people born, and so they are untouchable because they are born into this type of. You can never escape your caste. The karmic system you can never escape. If you were born poor, you actually do a disservice to a poor person if you help them because they are paying for their past debt. This is why one of the reasons you'll see so much squalor in countries like Indonesia, places where they really advocate for the type of Hinduism. It also has 330 million deities. Like, truth. This is where they don't even talk about truth. And pain. It's also a different culture than America's because they believe that pain is just part of life. Only in America, where we have the most absolute luxurious lifestyle in the world at any period of history at any time, do we ask how God can exist when there's so much evil in the world? Like, it's just like that's so good. It's just kind of taken for granted in a lot of other places. Anyway, that's one of the. So we can go from Hinduism. To me, like Hinduism embraces subjective truth, and with no rational reason why. Dude, cat, you tried before, you try again. You're just looking for love in all the wrong places. I'm gonna move my water so you don't, during your freaking cat squall, just go nuts and knock it over. Thank you. You actually landed on my lap. Now, are you going to leave my lap like you always do because I put you here, even though you're trying to get here? Cats, man. No one can figure them out. So you got pantheism. If you look at the doctrine, nobody knows where it came from. Nobody knows when it was written. It talks about us. The world itself is the ejaculation of Tiamat. Well, capitalism is a big topic. So the Constitution, the founders. I mean, you'll see some things out there that say, by the way, working for a living, that's just reality, and it makes sense, right? You till the fields, the crops grow. You go hunt for animals, you get food. I mean, it's sound thinking, right? Communism kind of takes in my opinion, a leap off the deep end of a shallow pool, but it really conforms with reality. Capitalism. I don't really want to talk about capitalism. My mouth's gonna start hurting. More so, I refuse to work. That was actually in the Green New Deal by Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. People who are unwilling or unable to work, we will find a way to pay them. How will you do this? Well, by robbing people that are rich, because it is immoral to have money. What on earth are they talking about? That's like saying, if we are both in a room, I have $20 and you have $2, well, it's immoral that you have your 20 regardless of how you got it. You should give it to me. Sell your shark drinks, watch off. I will buy them. We will both be richer because of it. Alright, let's get some fireworks. We need to celebrate whenever we find something. So it's I have not met a true pantheist. I have mostly I met like some Buddhists. Happiest people should be taxed the most. That's funny. You're not kidding. That's so funny. Something wrong with him. I'm not as happy. But dude, working in Starbucks had me. I got to be subjected to the most like spoiled people I have ever met in my life. Like, and they would complain about the most non-essential things. And I'm just talking about the warehouse. I'm not even talking about the baristas or whatever they are. Baristas? He's making a comment that, like, there was a pop-up in the middle of the stream here that said I should buy a shark drink. It'll help, like, calories will just pour off of me if I do this. And Wah said it was him. Wahja. Dude, Fireworks doing some good stuff for us. Okay, we were here before. Let's go look for someplace new to go. You're a pantheist. You're a shark theist. But pantheism is interesting. So we go from pantheism to Gautama Buddha, who rejected the caste system and rejected the and this is historical because the Brahmin faith that is recorded, it's all, nobody knows where it came from. Mountain Dew and fish. Why is this not in every single gas station I've ever seen? Something is wrong with America. Anyway, Buddha rejected the caste system. He said, I can't, because his whole life, he got to the point where, like, his parents wouldn't allow any suffering to be near him. So when he got old, they would transfer him. They would never let death or suffering be next to their child. They basically spoiled him, gave him an affluent lifestyle. So the point when he actually went out of the city, somebody saw somebody that was, like, on the verge of death. I would say, traumatized him. He got to the point where he would, like, not eat. And somebody found him in a pool and said he looked like he was dead because he just straight up wouldn't eat. He was trying to make sense of this suffering. The question for suffering is high, and his answer to it was actually to escape. Buddhism itself is on par with atheism, where it doesn't really ascribe to a god. It can if it wants to, but the goal of Buddhism is to escape. It's basically saying, I want out. You're finding your way to bliss, nirvana. You're finding your way out of whatever karmic cycle. You're trying to ascend the karmic cycle. Karma is still in Buddhism. Reincarnation is still in Buddhism. But they reject specifically the caste system. They're trying to get out. They're trying to find a way for something. We need to find this portal. So we're like 15 minutes in. So meditation... There's one thing that it says in the book of Jeremiah, which I ascribe to. The human heart is evil beyond all comprehension. Who can understand it? And I agree with... I keep thinking that's a lockbox. I agree with that 100%. Left to our own vices, we are just horrible, carnal people. Left without guidance, if we are just taught secularism, like we are just meatballs flying through space... What rational argument can you give me that says I have to be good to my neighbor? There is none, because I can say, I don't like your absolute truth, I prefer my own. There's no rational... You can be moral, but again, on whose standards? On Christian, Judeo-Christian worldview standards, which is where our capitalism all comes from, where everyone's given an equal opportunity to, sell their wares in an open market. Where's your moral? Are you Hitler or are you Hefner? Which one? Yeah, desperately evil. Thank you. Thank you. It is. I know it depends on translation, but desperately evil. So that sounds more on par with what I was getting at. And accurate. Anyway, let's do this. I think we're pretty strong. I won't just die in like 2 hits. Hello. Hello. My Titan friend. And you are the beetle. So, where's the other one? There's gotta be 2. There's gotta be 2. No? Okay. I accept only one. The laser beam to go off here. I see your fist of fury. No one wants to be fisted by you. You heard me right. I said it correctly. Okay, is there another rock we can hide behind here? I don't think so. So we gotta... Ooh, thank you. So what happens, in my opinion... So I've seen this before, because in the martial arts world, meditation is a thing. When you empty your heart, because I have Christ and the Spirit is in me as far as I can tell. I feel motivated for the right reasons. I'm on the right track. And there's a different kind of strength I got whenever I... Did we kill it? Where'd it go? Oh, you... Dude, stop with the laser. No one wants it. Oh, good night, Waja. Enjoy your time sleeping. Thank you for the shark drink recommendation. I appreciate it. I'll remember it forever. That came at a bad time because I just accidentally used my my healing fruit. I get 40 seconds of pain. Should we retreat? We might get hit in the back by something. We gotta keep our eye out for the fist. Anyway. So if you empty your heart of the thing that gives you strength, you're gonna have to teleport in. Oh, and you just have the evil inside of it? Yep, that was it. Well. Let's see if Spiral Knights is up and running. Oh, thank you. Now my Java just gives me an error, but it runs anyway. Downloading data. This can actually up. You know, this happened last time, where I start Spiral Knights and it just keeps closing and closing and closing, and I need to, then I redo the files. You gonna work, buddy? Nope, closed again. You know what? Let's close this whole Risk of Rain thing. We were doing like false advert. Let's start again. Let's start it again.